So I think somebody's coming up the road, but I'm walking towards some deer right now. It's kind of unfortunate because I know they're gonna get scared away. Hi, it's okay. I don't have any food, but I just wanted to come and see. Do you want your picture taken? No one is gonna hurt you. Hey, there's another baby one. There's 2 of them out here. Oh, come on, Canella. This is Hiking with Kevin Nealon. You're curious, huh? Nah, just kidding. This is Regular Veteran with Scott. Today, I'm going to be doing a movie breakdown of Full Metal Jacket. This movie was done by Stanley Kubrick. Matthew Modine is absolutely excellent. Private Pyle, or Leonard, which I thought Leonard was great because it's kind of a shout out to Of Mice and Men. Spoiler alert, if you watch anything past this, you might get spoiled. The movie started out just with haircuts. You're just becoming a mechanism in the machine, and you got to see not just the main characters, but all the fodder or non-playable characters. This movie took nearly 2 years. They did nearly 30 takes for like every single shot, so it took forever. I mean, I thought the whole first 45 minutes was just absolutely amazing. And then after that, it was really just an artistic commentary on war, more so than it was just Vietnam, but it did take place in Vietnam. Let's see, I took a few notes. As always, you gotta take your notes, you know? The song at the beginning, I'll play it, and then I'll put the title, I'll just run it right here. Maybe I'll put a link below even. A country song that's playing, super poignant on like what they want you to feel and think. This whole movie kind of feels like the tunnel in Willy Wonka. You know, where that one? Yeah, oh man. That's kind of this whole movie, right? I love that R. Lee Ermey, which is pretty much just our representative for the Marines or the US government in this movie. He's like, I am not a racist, and then he just goes into a bunch of racial slurs. Anyways, part at like 24 minutes in when the lock is off the case.
Why is your footlocker unlocked?
Sir, I don't know, sir!
Private Pyle, if there is one thing in this world that I hate, it is an unlocked footlocker! What is that, Private Pyle?
Sir, jelly donut, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
Get on your faces! Open your mouth! They're paying for it, you eat it!
That would happen, for sure. You know, they've interviewed R. Lee Ermey and said like, oh my gosh, is this really what it was like? Yes, that's what it's like. Yes, that is what it takes to break down a human being, to be a cog in the wheel, to understand that you are less important than the whole. People say fucked up shit in basic training. Bum, 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 bum. You can really tell that they lost themselves because at the beginning of basic training, they said,
what's your name, scumbag?
Sir, Private Brown, sir!
Bullshit! From now on, you're Private Snowball, Private Joker, Private Cowboy. From now on, you're Gomer Pyle.
I mean, that right there in itself displays you are no longer you. You are a mechanism of the government. You're a weapon. I mean, those are all exactly how the government wants soldiers to think about themselves and about the military. So regardless of what branch they're in, it really shows how basic training kind of takes control and teaches you that you are part of something greater. Every flight, squadron, platoon, whatever, has their Private Pyle in basic training. Not to say that they have somebody that commits suicide, but they definitely have somebody that is just not made out for the war or that branch or military. I thought that was a really great depiction of what it would be like for someone that just doesn't belong. The second half of the movie starts with the prostitution scene. Everybody knows that one line.
Me so horny. Me so horny. Me love you long time.
This part where they're choosing what is gonna be in the newspaper and how many kills are associated with it, that was absolutely amazing to me. The cultivation of public media, and really it's media specifically for the troops, but Stripes still exists. It's still a military publication. This was just a take on what the Stripes is, or what the Military Times is actually trying to say. They're really trying to cultivate the branding, the feel, the morale of what the military is going through at the time. And I mean, they get to put right up there on the headlines what people are feeling or thinking, and really by doing so they're actually cultivating what people are thinking or feeling. I thought it was really amazing. The lieutenant kind of had like a godlike figure. He was the only one that knew the plan that everyone else had to follow, and I mean, obviously he was the boss, he's sitting at the head of the table, but the way that he was portrayed in the film just made him out to be something greater than he was, kind of like an officer is anyways. Just kidding, officers. The general or colonel or whoever it is asks,
Marine, what is that button on your body armor?
A peace symbol, sir.
Where'd you get it?
I don't remember, sir.
What is that you've got written on your helmet?
Born to kill, sir.
You write born to kill on your helmet and you wear a peace button. What's that supposed to be, some kind of sick joke?
No, sir.
What is it supposed to mean?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know very much, do you?
No, sir.
You better get your head and your ass wired together or I will take a giant shit on you.
Yes, sir.
Now answer my question or you'll be standing tall before the man.
I think I was trying to suggest something about the duality of man, sir.
The what?
The duality of man, the Jungian thing, sir.
Whose side are you on, son?
Our side, sir.
that is true. This entire thing is trying to show the life that it takes to kill, the mechanism of war that humans have to become. The last thing that Joker says before the North Vietnamese storm the gate is, I hope they're just fucking with us. And someone else right behind him says, amen. And then, and really Stanley Kubrick was trying to say, hey, these are boys. They're not really made for war. War isn't made for everybody.
What'd you say?
I was gonna do some shooting at home, but Danny said, I'm on the phone, get out of here. I was watching some making of and behind the scenes, and Stanley Kubrick said this was his rebuttal to Rambo. He thought Rambo glorified war and he wanted to make something about the realities of it. And I think he did something amazing. He really focused on the horrors of war, becoming war and war itself. He could have made it more gory. He actually cut the scene where Animal Mother cut off the sniper's head, but Stanley Kubrick didn't want it to be gruesome. He didn't need violence for you to feel empathetic, and really putting that violence probably would have made you feel less sympathetic, just because it would have shocked you into feeling something rather than just letting you feel it. Man, I thought this movie is absolutely beautiful. After the first half of that movie, I really had to take a break. I mean, I took grandma for a walk, but basic training brought everyone together because we all had the same trauma. But that one guy being singled out is so poisonous, and I completely understood where it went and why it went there with Private Pile, because that does happen. Sock parties are a thing. That still happens because flights still have to push for something that they didn't have to do or they didn't do, or altogether they're upset about. That part hit home. I mean, it didn't hit me, it hit home. Like, I didn't get a sock party, and I don't really think anybody in my flight got a sock party, but there were a few people in my flight that just didn't cut it, and they ended up getting recycled out, I think. Maybe they just went to another flight. Maybe they're still in the Air Force, who knows? I mean, I had a guy personally that woke up and put on my uniform instead of his. Back to the movie, I loved what it looked like in their barracks. I loved how even when they were outside, they really focused on the people more than the place. It was shot in East London. There was some stuff being torn down and some abandoned buildings, so they got the rights or permission or whatever to, you know, tear some things down, make it look war-torn, and it was really mostly done with the addition of the palm trees. Absolutely an amazing film. I think everybody should watch it so that they get a sense of what war is actually like. I wasn't actually in war, I didn't see direct combat, but I definitely carried back bodies. That's close enough for me. If you're watching this movie and thinking you're gonna get some super action flick, then you're just wrong. But if you're watching this movie and you're thinking this is gonna be an artistic take on war, boom, got it. That's exactly what it is. So the end of the movie is actually really ironic, and it was supposed to be. They just got done killing a little girl, and then they march off singing Mickey Mouse. That's what I'm talking about when I say it's artistic and it's trying to make you think. If you're watching Full Metal Jacket and you're not thinking about what you're seeing versus what you're hearing, well, what's the point? I really loved watching this movie, if you can't tell. I'm definitely gonna do another movie breakdown soon. I'm thinking Dunkirk, maybe G.I. Jane. Let me know what you think in the comments. My name's Scott. You're watching Regular Veteran. I'll see you on the internet. Thanks for watching.